In this episode of the Cannabis Packaging Show, we look at the best shopping bags and exit packaging for those who want to create a top cannabis brand. The Cannabis Packaging Show is brought to you by Contempo Specialty Packaging, the new standard of excellence in cannabis packaging.
Welcome to the Cannabis Packaging Show, the world's first cannabis packaging show. I hope you guys have been enjoying this video series where we showed you the best cannabis packaging for 2021 for all cannabis products. I want to end this series with a couple of examples of things that are not direct packaging, but I think that are still very important to your business overall, and show you a couple live examples. So we've talked about shopping bags, which you have right here. Oh, actually first, come on. Josh, what's your guess for the number of lanyards? This is going to break the hearts of millions and millions watching all over the world if you get it correctly. So what is your guess?
I'm going to say 30.
30. Josh, you are incorrect. So the competition goes on. Send your guess with the number of lanyards. We've probably been to over 30 shows, but I don't have 30 on my neck right now. So send your guess at Contempo Specialty, the number of lanyards around my neck, DM us, and one person who gets the answer right first will get a $1,000 packaging credit courtesy of Contempo Specialty Packaging. So we've got our shopping bags here, which are, you see in every episode, that's a shopping bag. Obviously, this is an extremely large shopping bag. We did this at different trade shows. Speaking of trade shows, we'd give these shopping bags out as a way for people to put their products in the bags, and it was just a great way to explain that, yes, we make shopping bags. So we're making bags for a wide variety of dispensaries all over North America, and basically the conversation in sales for that usually, or from the client's perspective, because maybe you can relate, they're like, we're giving stuff out in brown bags. Like, that's definitely not the look that we want. And then we say, okay, here are different shopping bags. Here are different papers you use. You can use more of a craft paper, right? It's a shopping bag in a shopping bag. Craft paper, this is more, has a black, beautiful, matte, soft touch. And then there's different handles. There's ribbon handles. There's cloth handles. There's 1,000, just like we customize stuff one of a kind for you in the actual primary packaging. I'm going to keep hitting this throughout the episode. We can do it for you in the shopping bags as well. So shopping bags, number one. Number two, gift boxes. We've talked about this a little bit. I talked to you about that to from tag in a previous episode. A phenomenal way to turn any package into a giftable package. This was the complete set. But these to from tags, whether it's in a gift box, a gift package, or if it's just something that you attach to a regular package and make it a gift, right? For any holiday, right? It's a very inexpensive way to do that. And if you're vertically integrated, great. If you're not, why not pitch this idea to the dispensaries that are carrying your products? And with your next shipment, come with these tags as well, and give them the option to create it as a giftable option. And maybe you can convince them to put some sort of signage up there about a giftable program. All right, do something with that. That's a seed. It's not quite fully established, but that's a seed of something that could definitely work for you. So gift boxes, you can customize it for any holiday. You can do little ribbons on the inside. You can do tissue paper, custom printed tissue paper we've made for decades. So if you want to create a giftable cannabis program, email wow@contempopackaging.com. We can show you the options. This is, we've showed you this in the previous episode, a flight of cartridges. So giftable packaging, it literally works in every other industry. It will work in the cannabis industry. And that's, I would say, Contempo Specialty Packaging. Our position is a combination of innovation, being on the cutting edge. Nobody has the beautiful line of child-resistant packaging that we do. So innovation is one. But the other part is learning from what's worked in the past. That's why I say it 1,000 times. You don't want the same packaging as everyone else. If you have the same packaging as everyone else, you are on the path to becoming a commodity, which is the worst thing that you could possibly have happen to you. So I like to learn from, okay, I want to innovate, and being on the cutting edge, that's what Contempo is. But at the same time, I want to learn what's worked in the past. So giftable works. It's proven. It definitely works. So take advantage of that, and maybe you innovate and do a unique cannabis spin and do a unique product mix in the giftable packaging. But the idea of having giftable packaging is a very positive thing for your brand, and I encourage you, consider it. And did I mention, you don't want the same packaging as everyone else. Don't use a generic container with the label, the same packaging everyone else has, or you're just blending in. One last time, I just got to do it because I love you, okay? Last but not least, shipper packaging. Shipper boxes for CBD products. Comes in multiple sizes. You can do custom inserts to house the product. And with shipper boxes, there's both branding, right? There's the whole unboxing experience. And then additionally with shipper boxes, you're protecting the product, right? A big part is making sure that your product actually arrives safely. So you can do foam inserts for that. When it comes to shipping, you can do like spiral tubes. If you're doing like, let's say a 15 or 30 ml tincture, CBD, you could throw it in a spiral tube like this. So everything that we've shown you, we talk about child-resistant packaging because that's really what we've invested a lot of money and time and energy in, and that's what makes us unique. Nobody has the child-resistant line that Contempo Specialty Packaging does. However, for 40 years, we've made the most beautiful secondary packaging that there is. I mean, if you guys know our company, working with top brands in the fashion industry and other industries too. So when it comes to, if you're a CBD brand and you don't need CR, I don't want you to look at Contempo and say, oh, they don't make non-CR packaging. So the CR is what makes us super innovative. Sustainability, which you guys all know, makes us very innovative. If you've listened to the Sustainable Packaging Show on Apple iTunes and also the Sustainability in Cannabis podcast, that's another great place to engage and learn more about us. If you want to be on the Sustainability in Cannabis podcast, definitely hit us up. If you've learned something about how to make this industry more environmentally sustainable, that is your platform. That is your megaphone. If you're gracious enough to share those ideas, which we've had some great people, and actually the CEO of, I believe, the most successful cannabis company in the world, one of, arguably, is going to be on the podcast sharing his thoughts on environmental sustainability. That is an honor and much appreciated. So check out the Sustainability in Cannabis podcast. And also, if you're interested in sustainable packaging, Sustainable Packaging Show, both on Apple iTunes. Would love to have you guys check that out. The last thing I want to mention is something very important. You've heard it 1,000 times. You love hearing it. You don't want the same packaging as everyone else. But a step beyond that is that I think part of that becomes a problem, having the same packaging as everyone else, when you have a totally generic mindset. You're taking a generic packaging and you're throwing a label on, or no label even, just tattering exit. That really, I think everyone agrees that's not what you want to do. But even there's some, attractive looking containers in the cannabis space from a design perspective, but they overly feel like cannabis packaging. They have this, unique shape that you recognize them as a cannabis packager, as a certain company. But I think what happens is once it gets adopted and everyone has that same package, it no longer becomes special. So it's almost like this catch-22. You almost, if your package looks too distinct as a packaging company, then no one's special once more and more people adopt it. So with all our designs, what you'll see is I don't want cannabis packaging to look like cannabis packaging. I just want it to look like packaging. So one final shout out to the industry jar, the most beautiful child-resistant jar in the cannabis industry. We have a new Freshness insert, new and improved. So we always had that Freshness insert, which a lot of you guys know about, and it does a great job preserving the product. But we made it even stronger, even tighter seal, and we created a little handle on the new version so that you can pull it out, but it still has a really tight seal. So that is something that you guys got to see. So definitely hit us up, wow@contempopackaging.com, if you want a sample of the industry jar. And just look at all these jars, how they sit next to each other. Your brand is what would be promoted, not Contempo, right? Like, no one's going to look at those and be like, that's the industry jar. It just kind of looks like a jar. But if you see, look at all the real estate. Look at all the real estate that you have to brand this product. Literally 360 degrees. I mean, you're probably not going to brand the bottom, but you have, I don't know, just a great way to stand out. Just a great way to easily recognize your product. And picture if this jar, I mean, this is one of our favorite jars. I think everyone loves this brand and this line that we created. We create these brands for trade shows just to, give out samples and so on. So this is and show you guys what printing technologies we have that are available. And this was just a phenomenal option. But picture if this was your brand. This is sitting on a shelf. Someone could very easily see that and recognize what brand that is. And that's what you want for your brand. I don't want someone looking at that and being, oh, that's the industry jar. No, I want them saying, oh, that's your brand. So that's promoting your brand. And the packaging business is built on long-term relationships. So as you're thriving because our packaging is helping you, you're going to stay with us. And those are the kind of relationships that we want at Contempo Specialty Packaging. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope this has inspired you. I hope this has made some sort of positivity to close out the year. And let's just try to close out the year, make the best of this year as possible. I think this year has been a good year, if anything, to maybe brainstorm as we've had time in seclusion or in quarantine, we'll say. But I hope you guys have at least found a way to make the year productive. I know that we've been fortunate enough to make some progress in our business, and it's certainly not the year we would have hoped for. But we've found a way to make, like we always say in our company, lemonade out of lemons, right? When something bad comes, you find a way to make it a positive. That's a key life skill that I think we've all been tested on this year. And to the Contempo team, phenomenal job. You guys who have been so loyal and so just incredible through this year to us having a very productive year. And 2021 is going to be even better. So thank you all for watching. From the early days, right, when we used to do things on an oatmeal box with an iPhone to this type of video quality. And yes, I'm putting pressure on Josh to edit this video so beautifully that he backs that statement up. Josh, thank you for your hard work and great work. And thank you to the Contempo team. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
And now, a message from our sponsor. You don't want the same packaging as everyone else. You want packaging that will stand out and make your brand easy to recognize. Using a cookie cutter container with a label is a major mistake because generic and undifferentiated packaging has never been the way to build a powerful brand. For beautiful one-of-a-kind CR packaging, go to Contempo Specialty Packaging. With over 40 years of experience servicing the top names in the world of fashion and over 3 years in the cannabis industry, there's no better company to upgrade your packaging. We have beautiful child-resistant packaging for every cannabis product. People all over the cannabis industry are upgrading their packaging right now and are ditching their boring generic packaging. Don't get left behind. Visit us at contempopackaging.com and check out our Instagram at Contempo Specialty to stay up to date on our latest packaging. Click the link in the description to download a version of our newest brochure with all of our new child-resistant packaging. Contempo, one-of-a-kind packaging made just for you.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see all of our beautiful CR packaging for every cannabis product, please email wow@contempopackaging.com and just say, send me the brochure. We'll send you our new brochure. We would love for you to take a look.